Troll attack. Take that, Troll! Sir Gawain swung his sword at the troll in front of him. Bam! The troll was knocked to the ground. Another green troll rushed forward. Sir Gawain attacked. Soon the troll ran away. The battle was over. Sir Gawain grinned. King Edward's army had won the battle against the evil wizard Morax and his troll army. King Edward rode his horse onto the battlefield. The knights gathered around him. "Hooray for King Edward!" shouted the knights. Morax sent his trolls to capture the castle. King Edward said once again he is defeated. Suddenly a burst of light and smoke filled the battlefield. The evil wizard appeared. "I have not lost," Morax shouted. My army will return and you will lose." Crack! Morax disappeared. King Edward looked at his knights. "We must find out when the troll army will attack," he said worriedly. "Who will volunteer for this dangerous mission?" "I will," Sir Gawain shouted. "You must go to the Forbidden Forest," said the king. "Find out when and where the troll army will attack. Then report back to me." "I won't fear," Sir Gawain said, bowing. "Look for help near the shadow caves," the king said mysteriously. Sir Gawain rode deep into the Forbidden Forest. The forest was dim and stuffy. No birds sang, nothing moved. The knight searched the forest for any sign of the troll army. He looked near the scary swamp. The knight searched the forest for any signs of the troll army. He looked near the scary swamp. He searched the gloomy grove. He even looked around the putrid pond, which smelled of dead fish. But he could not find the troll army. Sir Gawain was discouraged. He did not want to fear King Edward. Then he remembered what the king had said about the shadow caves. "What help can I possibly find there?" Sir Gawain said to himself, but he rode towards the caves anyway. When he arrived, it was night. It was too dark to reach the caves. Sir Gawain thought, "I will look in the morning." Suddenly a twig snapped. Sir Gawain drew his sword. "Who's there?" he shouted. "Speak!" A cloaked figure stepped out of the shadows. "Who are you?" Sir Gawain said. The figure lifted the hood. "Princess Alyssa!" Sir Gawain exclaimed. "I don't believe it." Princess Alyssa smiled. Yes, it's me," she said. Princess Alyssa and Sir Gawain sat down. "I thought you were Morax's prisoner," Sir Gawain said. "I have found a way to escape," Princess Alyssa said. "Then why don't you?" Sir Gawain asked. "This way," she said. "I can find out what he is up to." "You are a spy?" Sir Gawain said. The princess laughed. "Father doesn't want anyone to know," she said. "He must trust you very much." Sir Gawain glowed with pride. "Do you have any news?" he asked. "Yes," the princess said. "The troll army will attack at sunrise, and Morax is sending giant trolls." "Giant trolls?" They were huge and strong. None of the king's weapons could defeat a giant troll. "That is bad news," Sir Gawain said. He jumped up. "I must warn the king at once." "Wait," the princess said. She gave Sir Gawain a glass bottle filled with a blue liquid. "This is a sleeping potion," she said. "I took it from Moax's workroom. A few drops will put a person to sleep." "Does it work on dwarves?" Sir Gawain asked. "I don't know," Princess Alyssa said. The princess pulled the hood over her face. "I must get back before the guards notice I am gone. Good luck." She disappeared into the forest. Sir Gawain raced back to the castle. When he arrived, he went straight to the king. He gave the potion to the king. He told King Edward about meeting the princess. "My daughter is smart and brave," King Edward said proudly. "I hope her plan works." By sunrise, everything was ready. The king and his knights stood along the castle walls. Large catapults stood ready to shoot huge boulders at the troll army. "I hope this works," Gawain said. A low rumble sounded in the distance. It grew louder. It was the troll army. Gawain whipped his sword. Sure enough, there were several giant trolls with the army. The massive army marched to the castle gate. Suddenly, a loud crack filled the air. The evil wizard Moax appeared. "Prepare to meet your doom," he shouted at the king. King Edward smiled. "We shall see," he said. "Fire the catapults," the king shouted. Several huge boulders flew through the air towards the troll army. The giant trolls marched forward. One by one, they swung their clubs at the boulders. Bam, bam, bam! The boulders shattered like glass. Moax laughed. "See," he said, "you cannot defeat my army. The castle will be mine." One by one, "The castle will be mine." A strange blue smoke rose from each piece of stone. Soon the battlefield was covered in blue fog. One by one, the trolls sank to the ground. They began to snore. The giant trolls crashed to the ground. Their snoring was so loud that the castle walls shook. Zzz. "Get up!" Moax shouted. He poked the giant troll with his staff. The troll yawned and rolled over. "Get up, I say!" Moax screamed, but it was too late. "This is not over," Moax said furiously. He waved his staff. The whole army disappeared with a whoosh. Then, with a crack, Moax disappeared too. The king's army began to cheer. "Hooray!" shouted Sir Gawain. "Well done, Sir Gawain," King Edward said. "We have defended Moax once again, thanks to you and Princess Alyssa." The end.